You see, that's what I was telling you. You see when people have gotten to your level and the level of
Peter
my friend Peter.
Yeah.
It's because you have refused to die.
I see Peter in a month. Peter has to travel abroad at least twice.
Otherwise, you could have died. Now you see the world is celebrating you because you didn't die, not because you're special. You have to put your skin in the game until the game becomes easy. It's like a bicycle.
Yeah.
Unajua kupeleka baiskeli wewe?
Mbona unajaribu kuniaibisha? Najua kuendesha baiskeli.
Okay, baiskeli ya kweli.
Sio ile ya kukaa.
Mimi nasema baiskeli ya kweli si zile mnafikiria.
Ile kubwa.
Yeah. So when you're riding a bicycle,
kwanza nilianzia hapo katikati.
It's a cocktail of things, eh?
Yeah.
One of them is that I share the belief that nobody cares. You went to KU, right?
No, I did not go to KU.
Okay, whenever you studied, eh?
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Over 20 African countries congregated in Nairobi to celebrate and participate in the Inclusive Africa Conference 2024. The This That podcast by Include 360 was live at this year's event. Host Alan Herbert had the pleasure of sitting down with several remarkable participants to This That about the conference. Enjoy this episode and do not forget to subscribe. Now, over to Alan Herbert.
And I am with one famous man, a legend, yeah? By the name, I will not say his name, I'm going to allow him introduce himself. I first met this gentleman back in 2019 when we were doing something called the Black Albinism Photo Challenge. Yeah, and ever since he has went MIA, missing in action. I don't know how he would translate that in his American language. But without further ado, kindly like, share, and subscribe subscribe and share this conversation to somebody it might interest. Without further ado, kindly introduce yourself to those who do not know you.
Good, whatever it is, wherever you're watching us from. Yeah. I don't know where you're watching from.
Yeah.
So it could be morning and it could be evening.
They would be in Sweden, they would be in Iceland.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they could be also in, okay, never mind. My name is Kamanu.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur in music.
Yeah.
And I'm also a volunteer environmentalist. I use art for positive climate change.
Yeah.
Currently, taking care of more than 3 million trees planted since 2019 with the NGO and the CBO that I had.
Yeah.
And I'm a full-time musician. That's my day job. Yes.
So when the president gives us abrupt holidays for planting trees, you're happy?
Well, do you want the right answer?
Yeah, I want the right answer.
Oh, well, I don't care whether you get holidays for that or not, because what I believe in is for us, we don't plant trees, we grow trees. That's I said we are taking care of trees.
3 million.
Yes, more than. We are taking care of them since 2019. So we didn't show up and say, oh, we planted trees. We've been planting that.
Yeah.
With or without holidays.
Yeah.
And mostly with our resources and borrowed resources. Yes.
There is a line that I've picked from what you said. You don't plant trees, you grow trees.
We grow
What
trees.
is the difference?
Planting trees in ile mnachukua camera, you go out there, take photos that you planted trees.
Wearing jungle clothes.
Yes, and in costume.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hire a tent for 200,000, sound system for 300,000. Sometimes you come in choppers and spend around 6 million and plant 1,000 trees.
Yeah.
And then you leave and then those trees dry. That's planting trees. Yeah.
And the growing aspect.
The
This is a lot
aspect,
of wisdom. Yeah.
The growing aspect is whereby you know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know why you are putting that tree on the ground. For one, it is a right tree for that area.
Yeah.
Number two, it is a tree that will be beneficial because you find that sometimes you just take any kind of tree.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be an eucalyptus tree that you just planted in a swamp, so it will end up drying the swamp.
Yeah.
So planting trees, growing trees is an intentional activity.
Yeah.
And we take care of each seedling until it's more than 3 years old, so that now, in case of even a severe drought, it can take care of itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, enough with planting trees.
Great.
And let's shift to the conversation that you're having before I whisked you away. It was about the creatives and the business of creatives. How did you find the panel discussion?
It was quite insightful.
Yeah.
The gentleman is living what we are discussing. He's a serious music producer, songwriter, and stuff. So yeah, I found it quite insightful. Though I felt we could really delve deeper into the. I mean, we cut deeply into the
conversation itself, or into the doability of things.
Yes, into the practicality of you see, the whole disability narrative sometimes lacks practicality. Because you see, we cannot discuss disability with people who have been able to rise through the hoops and loops and got into this level. And you know, sometimes disability is coupled with abject poverty.
Yeah.
At my personal level, I feel that we can really go big on passing on of information. Information is very crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before anything else, we can have very good policies and very eloquent discussions.
Yeah.
But it does not get to the target. Because if already you've gotten to a special school and you've gotten this far, then this information is not for you. It's not for you, honestly. Because if you have been already been given tools to look for your own information in that particular field. But there's that person who is in the village and they don't even have a cellular. They don't. Leave alone a smartphone now to go to the internet. They don't even have a gadget. Not even a radio. And they are hiding their children.
Yeah.
So we need to have these conversations from
a granular position.
Yes. From up at the basic, we do the basics, and then on our way up.
Yeah.
If we can't do that, then let's build a system. We build a system that is able to pass that information from top to down.
Bottom. Yeah. Not the other way around.
And the other way around.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
We build a system. We cannot be okay with say, no, there's an office there in Karachuonyo.
You go back to Karachuonyo.
Okay. Come up again. Or Kaptagat.
Yeah.
If you are
or
not happy with or Cheptengele.
Yeah.
You see, we cannot say we are winning this one.
Yeah.
If people are still embarrassed of having children with albinism.
Yeah.
Sometimes some are even embarrassed of having twins. Others are even embarrassed of having, all these. And some things it is a curse. Others think it is witchcraft. Others think it's both. Unaona maneno?
Yeah.
So if you are able to have kwa kanisa pastor anaongea juu hii maneno. Unaona? The chief anajui maneno.
Yeah.
The chief should be going with some mandatory training about hii maneno ya disability.
Yeah, disability
because
mainstreaming.
they are actually the key areas to be trained actually.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the key people that need training. Sababu anajua nyumba zote.
Yeah.
Si ni kweli?
Absolutely.
Sasa wewe nikija nikufundisha maneno mengine utaka tu nayo nasema hii si uliniambia last time.
Yeah.
Or even claim hii si uliniambia hii maneno nini. You told me last time these things.
You've not changed it in any way.
We just felt good about ourselves.
Yeah.
No. So now we need to take this conversation to the next level. How do we cascade it down and up?
And up.
No.
Yeah.
In an effective way. Sababu sasa tuseme kuna mtu ako na talent huko.
Yeah.
huko tuseme shule huko mbali kama huko kwenye nilisomea.
Yeah.
You see, hakukuwa na structures za mingi sana za kufanya muziki ikiwa serious, lakini muziki tulikuwa tunaimba vizuri sana. We used to score very good grades in music during the music festivals.
Yeah.
But now what if someone wanted to follow that career? What is in it for them?
Absolutely nothing.
No. Not let's even assume tuseme masomo kwanza, you've gone all the way to college.
Yeah.
What are the incubation points the persons with disability? Not even in music, in anything else in our tertiary institutions.
There is no clear framework.
What about in the government? We have a special education department. Fine, yes. Do we have a special talents department? I was in KU, there was the it's called what? Pale tulikuwa tunapigia muziki. Harambe Hall.
Yeah.
You see, if you have to have sharp elbows to create your own space.
To be able to get in there.
Yeah. But where are we incubating these other guys? So I believe these conversations are timely.
Yeah.
And I believe the feedbacks we have we are giving continuously.
Yeah.
And also of this conference, we'll be able to have some good impact on persons with disability.
Yeah. You are one, or if not the best one of the most celebrated musicians from the Meru community, or even generally, because a lot of people listen to your music. I want to take you back on that aspect of going to Harambe, the Harambe building, Pigana Elibos, and also in the musical festivals that you are able to participate in. How were you able to lift yourself from that particular position to where you are right now?
It's a cocktail of things.
Yeah.
One of them is that I share the belief that nobody cares. You went to KU, right?
No, I did not go to KU.
Okay, whenever you studied,
yeah,
you
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. If you go to a lecture hall late,
yeah,
and you can't sit at the blackboard, nobody will move for you. That's your problem. You came in late. You get?
Yeah.
You got late for this because you could not read the
door signage.
If it was the right lecture hall or not.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a damn. You get? So once you are able to internalize these things in a positive way.
Yeah.
Not like the world is against me. No. You discover and then you like, these things are moving too fast for me.
Yeah.
I need to find my own design of coping. So once you're able to find your coping mechanisms, you flow. You see, when they are saying now that the hunters have learned to shoot without missing, the birds have learned to fly without perching. So now you also
right there.
Yes. Sasa, armed with such kind of feedback from what I see, now you know that it's either you swim or you drown. And you didn't come this far to drown.
Absolutely.
You could have drowned at home. Why are you coming to drown in the city?
You would have remained in the village.
You should have drowned there. Yeah, you can drown in the village. Why are you bringing yourself all the way just to drown?
In the big city.
Yes. So you have to swim.
How do you grasp this mental toughness? Because what I'm reading right here is mental toughness and looking beyond the mishaps the world has dealt you.
Yeah. You see, that's what I was telling you. You see when people have gotten to your level and the level of
Peter,
my friend Peter.
Yeah.
It's because you have refused to die.
I see Peter in a month. Peter has to travel abroad at least twice.
Otherwise, you could have died. Now you see the world is celebrating you because you didn't die, not because you're special. It's because you failed to die.
Yeah.
That is why the world is celebrating you.
Yeah.
You get? So at some point, you have to develop that mental toughness, as you call it.
Yeah.
And one of it, we cannot underestimate the power of reading. And I'm not talking about academics.
Yeah.
YouTube is the best university. End up, they teach you if you are trying to gain some skill, some interpersonal skill, skills in how to deal with people. That's the best university. Arm yourself with knowledge.
Yeah.
Because ignorance is an active force. If you don't fight it,
It will conquer you.
It will be among the things that are trying to kill you. And my friend, that if you suba like this, it kills you.
Yeah.
Yes, ignorance. Because you show up and saying, I know, and you know nothing. Learn. Always be willing to learn.
Yeah.
And always look for a mentor. That way you'll win. Mentorship works. I've been mentored by a lot of people. I've got okay, there are not so many, but I've got an array of people who mentor me at every stage. So you cannot ignore mentorship. You cannot be knowing everything. Always be willing to learn. Stay hungry, stay foolish.
Yeah.
As Steve Jobs said. Yeah.
So what went on in Kenyatta University, the Arambe building?
You see, that's where we used to have the talent. On one side, there was the band, used to be music. On the other side, we had a theater.
Acting.
Yes. Actually, it's not that I'm discovering that I was in both. It had not dawned on me.
Yeah.
So you have to find your space. You have to. My brother. In this world, even if you have no disability, still nobody cares, man. Nobody. I'll tell you that for free. Stop posting on your Facebook and your socials. Nobody will come and ask you why you're not posting, and shoot videos for you to post. You have to make things work until when they start working by themselves without even your input. Nazamaka, you look for money. I mean, right now you work for money until money starts to work for you. It knocks in the morning and asks you, sir, what do you want us to do today? We are at your service.
Let's go to Radisson Blue.
Yes. Right now you are waking up at 4 a.m. and cursing all the witches in your village and praying so that their prayers don't get you. And then you go look for money. At 4 a.m., can you imagine? But at sometimes you'll be waking up at 4, the money will be waking you up at 4 a.m. You say, boss, what can we do for you? So everything, you have to put your skin in the game until the game becomes easy. It's like a bicycle.
Yeah.
Unajua kupeleka baiskeli wewe?
Mbona unajaribu kuniaibisha? Najua kuendesha baiskeli.
Okay, baiskeli ya kweli.
Sio ile ya kukaa.
Mimi nasema baiskeli ya kweli si zile mnafikiria.
Kwa hiyo kichwa yako. Ile kubwa.
Yeah. So when you're riding a bicycle,
kwanza nilianzia hapo katikati.
Wewe ni legend. Sasa baiskeli, you see, before you get going, you have to use a lot of effort. You know, you put effort until it gets to a point where unaweka tu kadogo hivi tu. Mnasonga. You put another small one like this, a small effort.
Yeah.
Big outcome.
Yeah.
Another small effort, big outcome. But before that, it is big effort, small outcome. Big effort, small outcome. Big effort, small outcome, and then it keeps going, and then
it flips.
It flips over.
Yeah.
You get? So that's how you have to work. Yeah, until you get to that point. And you have to employ so many things in, principles of business.
Yeah.
Talk to mentors, fight ignorance and foolishness. You cannot be foolish. And
you don't like foolishness at all.
I don't like foolish people.
Walk us through the journey to your first. I know. Actually, it's humming in my head right now. I don't know the name of for the song, but walk us through your first hit song.
I don't know. Do you even have a hit song?
Yes, there is a famous one. One.
I don't know which ones they like. Those guys like everything.
Yeah.
When you go out there, they ask me to sing it for them everything. So I even don't know which one is their hit.
Yeah.
I can't tell now which one.
But when would you say that this is obviously artists would rarely say that I have a favorite, but when did you reach a point and you're like, okay, I think I'm onto something?
You see, it was what I was telling you, like when you had money,
Yeah.
when you didn't even know you have got money, we are the ones telling you have money. You see?
So it's other people who told you, by the way, your music is big right now.
Yes, like we are telling you you've got money. You're refusing. And we can see it. You can't see it because you have it already. You see the difference?
Yeah.
So you work until people are telling you you're successful. Not you calling yourself a celebrity. That's the point. So the moment you start showing around and shoving people in buses that you cannot take a matatu here to town,
Yeah.
or you have to hide when in public and you're in a bus, see, now you're becoming a celebrity. But when people acknowledge you, like, we appreciate your music, but you really make us feel good.
Yeah.
You see, now that's when you know you're doing something. But not when you yourself you are saying
I'm
it.
telling it to myself.
That is when you fail. Because now you start taking loans so that you can drive a Mercedes
Yeah.
E-Class. What is wrong with the Toyota I'm driving?
And you're a very rough driver. do you have a particular reason why?
No, it's just enjoying small things.
Yeah.
You get. So it's, I don't know, there are so many songs that there is Romba, there is Susanna, you know.
I think it's Susanna.
Susanna.
Yeah.
You see, we can tell. It's them who tell me to sing, and then I sing for them all night. And then we are
And
both
they
happy.
pay.
We are both happy. I'm happy I saw them. They're happy they saw me. I'm happy I sang for them. And then I get paid. Then I go home happy to my wife and children.
But why did you decide to sing in the American language?
It is sweet. What's wrong with it? Don't you like it as well? See, you like Susanna.
Probably I had somebody called Susanna, so...
Maybe you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, probably.
See, I sang for you then. I'll come ask for money.
Yeah.
Because I have to get paid. Yeah, there's Susanna. You see, the reason I'm telling you these things, my brother,
Yeah.
is you find some of these songs that are getting traction right now,
Yeah.
I sang them more than 10 years ago. You get?
Yeah.
So they've been there. Songs have been there. But it's the journey that had not gotten to where now. So the journey now is one that is making now the complete cycle. So you are here in this journey. You sang songs 10 years ago. You keep on singing. They don't care. And then one day they care. And then they tell you, no, you didn't sing this one. You ask them, which one? This one. Tell them, I don't remember the lyrics. I sang it 10 years ago. Why are you remembering it? Where were you 10 years ago when I was composing this one?
That's a good one. I don't remember the lyrics.
Because you see, you've been suffering in this thing, my friend. Until now, you see when things are turning around.
Yeah.
Now that when you see your fans asking you for a song, you even forgot the lyrics.
But you have to sing it.
You have to sing it.
satisfy them.
Of course.
Yeah.
They are the boss. And you see, it is a good therapy session for them and me. If I don't sing for them, I'll be depressed.
Yeah.
If I sing for them, they feel good and the depression goes away. Yeah. So you find it's the gist of the story, jokes aside, is put your skin in the game and stay in there.
Yeah.
It will, if you are, and then I tell people, if you're if you want to get rich quickly,
Yeah.
don't start a business. Go do things like stealing, money laundering, those crooked things.
Yeah.
You can get rich. If you want to grow rich, don't start a business. Especially if you want to grow rich quickly.
Yeah.
Achana hiyo maneno. Business has to be grown like a baby. Pole pole.
It has different stages to
Yes.
it.
Iko wakati of
Kuvuna.
wiping
Yeah.
the rear side with the napkins. Iko wakati there's a time kupeleka shule. Iko wakati anaenda hivyo. You have to graduate through the
journey.
journey. And then boom. We are all rich like you now. After some time.
You still have to gravitate towards me being rich.
Yes.
There is another gentleman that I was speaking with on this particular platform, and he made a very bold statement. I don't know if it might be true for you. And he said if it weren't for his disability, he wouldn't be where he is. Would you share in the same sentiment?
I'm not sure, but sometimes when you are different, you are curious, and people want to see who is this curious fellow. So you find, could be not
Both
true. It's
true, both.
It could works for some, doesn't work for others. But when you stand out, so once you stand out and you've got the attention, unakelea content. So that's I think that's the point he's driving home. When you stand out and the cameras on you, you shine.
All eyes on you.
Oh yes,
Action.
shine, my friend. You shine like there's no tomorrow.
So it can be an opportunity in disguise.
Yeah, you see, that's a very bright person who sees the bright side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's someone who will see the glass is half empty, other one is
And they will try to make it full.
yes, others will see it is half full, others will drink it anyway. They don't care.
So you're one of the drinkers,
I drink it anyway.
either full or empty.
Yes, as long as it has a drink that I use.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are a keen. I follow you on TikTok, and you are a keen of teaching your offsprings the local language.
Those non-taxpayers, yes.
I'm not asking this question out of ignorance, but I'm asking you so that you can educate who is watching us, because everybody just wants to teach their children English.
Do you have enough time to discuss that one?
Let's go. We can make it as short as possible, but
Okay. You see, when you want to ruin or to conquer a people,
yeah.
One of the things that you take away from them is language. Yeah. It's all of a history. When you want to ruin a society, and you see we live in a society whereby, showing up with guns and bombs is frowned upon.
Yeah.
And it's actually even very expensive, buying bombs. Okay, I don't know how much a bomb costs, but I'm assuming it must be expensive.
Be a lot of money. Yeah.
Yes. I can make you hate your language, and in 3-4 generations, you'll not know who you are. And if a person does not know who they are, anybody can tell them who they are. Yes, I can say you are Peter. You say, oh, well, that's fine. Sounds good. You are Patrick. Sounds even better. You get? But what about my name? Which I identify with. My identity.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? Why are you pulling me away from my people? You see, when you want to mislead someone, you see, when you are courting a girl, you cannot, keep courting her and she's hanging out with her friends. You have to isolate her from her friends first. Acha na watu bwana. Hao watakupoteza. They are misleading.
Mimi ndio naweza kuonyesha njia.
They are misleading you.
Yeah.
Come, let me show you. And then in a few months' time, we see what you showed her.
You go show her the world.
Yes. So you find that we are slowly being. It is debatable, yes. But I believe we are slowly being led astray to think that our mother tongues are signs of poverty. When you speak your mother tongue, you've not made it. When you speak your mother tongue, you are backward. When you embrace your culture, you are akin to those village witches and wizards and sorcerers.
Yeah.
You get? So I took it upon myself to preserve my culture in a small way that I can, and one of them is music.
Yeah.
Music is music in itself is a language. There are some rhythms that we have that are really ethnic and they're really authentic. Actually, I do some social experiments with the band.
Yeah.
I play very nice tunes that people love. They sing along, and they're enjoying their drinks.
Yeah.
And then I play an ethnic tune. Some people have never heard, but once the rhythm gets going, everybody wakes up and responds. Not because they know the song, but because that song speaks to their hearts. So you find that is something that I'm trying to revive.
The ethos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the elixir of the preservation of culture. So when we are alienated to our language, we don't teach our children our mother tongue. They will not teach their children their mother tongue because they already know mother tongue is for poor people. And nobody wants to be poor. So somehow they find themselves poor, but they don't know even they're poor.
They continue living in self-denial.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
But now, 4 generations, the language is gone. Proudly, and everybody is proud that they are, tumetoa uchafu bana. We have gotten rid of this effectively. And now we'll have to be advocating for very strange things. I don't want to be quoted.
Yeah.
Because now we don't know who we are.
Yeah.
You get a good example. In the cultural setup, where I come from, the Wazes still insist that they have to know who you're marrying. And then tell them, nonsense, but we are past that age. You see, we are in love. And that is what matters.
Yeah.
They're like, no. I agree. You have not discovered love. It has been there. But we would like to have our input.
You're not John Speak.
Yes. Like, hey, daddy, just mind your business. So, so that man, what clan is he from? Like, Dad, please. Who even talks about clans?
Anymore.
But now, rewind a bit. You listen to someone speaking on TED Talks and talking about indigenous knowledge, and they'll tell you in the setups, people knew about genealogy and genetics and everything, and that's why they used to be curious, you're marrying a girl from which clan? Because there are some clans that were their lineage. Mtu anaweza ongea Kimeru, nimeongea Kizungu sana bwana.
Sitakuelewa na watakuelewa.
Okay.
Yeah.
We continue. They know that the lineage of this clan had high chances of a particular genetic condition that maybe could lead to disability, premature death, stillbirth, things.
Yeah.
So they be like, your clan waga tuawani. Sasa nawe kimbelembele yako juu umefall in love. Umeanza kupigana. Hii mzee he cannot sire children. This, and then your father was trying to help you out. Which clan are you from? The percentage of sterility, maybe because of something that happened in that lineage, is still there. You get?
Yeah.
So those are things. I'm trying to give an example that these are some of the indigenous knowledge that we are losing, which there's a debate if it should be considered as a science.
Yeah.
But it is indigenous knowledge, whereby there can be clouds look like it's about to rain and it rains, and then you could go out and want to plant. Then they tell you, this is just a passing rain. It will last for 2 days. You're like, no.
What are you telling me?
What do you know? See, this is rain. You go ahead and plant, and then
the plants dry out.
You face a drought because they can read. They are in touch with nature and they can interpret nature. Yeah, that's the word actually.
There is this recent Labor Day.
Yes,
Francis Atwoli, the chairman of Secretary General of KOTU, boldly stood on national television and said, "Tumetuma mtu nyumbani aroge mvua isinyeshe," and true to his word, mvua ikunyesha. Is this what you're talking to us about? And I kid you not.
And they're rainmakers as well.
So even the president saying that he prayed for the rain.
Okay, I'm not sure how that works. I don't want to be quoted anywhere.
Yeah.
But all I know is that in every society there were rainmakers.
Yeah.
And there was, you see, it's we try and do the same thing in a different setup and say we are civilized. In the modern religious circles, we have saints. My friend is named after Saint Peter.
Yeah.
I'm named after a particular saint. I don't remember who. But I'm anxious to drop him.
Yeah.
And now, your great-grandfather, who is your ancestor, is a sorcerer.
There is no way.
Sasa, you see, we used to pray kitambo, we are praying now. It's just a matter of perspective. Sisi tulikuwa tunaombea mvua. And we even go and out there and pray for the rains to come. Sasa ule mwenye amechukua mbuzi ameenda akaombea mvua in their own style.
Yeah.
What's the difference? We are praying for rain in different ways. Why am I judging that guy who showed up in his traditional regalia and a black or a white sheep and disappeared alone in the forest and came back and emerged after a few hours of speaking to God? It's the same thing. It's just
Different perspectives.
yeah. Maybe it will morph into something else in this AI generation. You never know.
I can imagine. Okay, with how you're explaining, definitely it cannot be called witchcraft.
Definitely not. They'll steer clear of that word. Yes. They'll give it some fancy names.
Actually, you can even say that AI is witchcraft, because who creates words out of nowhere?
Yeah. And cloud seeding, they did cloud seeding the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to use that in this interview. I was dying to use that word.
You
Just
never
sound
knew-
intelligent.
You never knew where you would never use that word.
I had to drag it somewhere, even if it is not related.
Yeah.
But anyway, you find that all these, we are advancing on technology also based on the technologies we had before.
Yeah.
But sometimes we are discouraged from what we knew. Do you know there's a time there was an earthquake? Was it an earthquake or it was a tsunami?
A tsunami?
In which country? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And before the government evacuated people, all animals had evacuated themselves.
Before the government
Yes.
evacuated people.
Months before.
Because they knew it was coming.
Because they are always in contact with nature and they can interpret nature. Nature talks to us.
So that basically what's telling us that we humans have refused, or we have cut our connection that we've always had with nature.
We are alienating ourselves from nature. And we are paying the price. But you can work with nature. Why should we put ourselves here and nature here? We can still work with it. See what has happened with the flooding areas. You'll find most areas that flooded have got minimal tree coverage. True or false?
True, Madare, Kibra, to mention but a few.
Is that a coincidence? We have grabbed swamps and put up buildings
Buildings.
on swamps. What are the work of swamps? To absorb the excess runoff, surface runoff,
Yeah.
and release it in the dry season. But we think it's a nuisance. Let's work with nature. Wangari Maathai's words. Nature is very unforgiving.
It will definitely get back at you.
Yes. And now you see the more we are teaching our children not to even to interact with their language, the more they're also being alienated from
Nature itself.
from how we used to interpret nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you read some other books, they'll tell you how we are building onto what we learned from nature. There's a very good book I love reading. It's called Mastery by Robert Greene.
Yeah.
Yeah. He built what we are now from the time that we used to have, how we used to use fear for our own sustainability. I mean, to keep us alive. Until we developed weapons. And then we discovered we are better together. When we are, as a group, the animals can't attack us.
Yeah.
You get? So now we built on social. And we keep on building on that. But now we should not lose because we have really advanced. We should not we should not lose what works for us. We keep on shedding and learning and adopting new ways, but we should also keep modifying things that work for us. I think, see, I've answered your question with a very long story why I teach my daughter Meru. It's because I want her to be in touch with who she is, with my ancestors. Because whether I believe ancestors exist or not, whether I know them by name or not, my DNA and mbetagwa Kamanu ntoito mwari ombaria bario kremi ntoito mwari ombaria bario kamoro baimoro kremi. Whether I know it or not, up to my 7th generation, I have that DNA. And whether I want it or not,
it's with you.
It is with me. Whether I'm named after 16 saints or not.
And you finally got a place to speak Meru.
Yeah. At least nyako aje Meru. Menga kizungu sana bwana.
Yeah.
Sasa tukakunywa chai.
3 things. Yeah,
okay.
Tukienda kunywa chai. 3 things that you would wind up with that would make the viewer an astute human being.
We are still speaking English.
Yeah. For the last time. 3 things.
3 things.
Yeah.
Hey. Now you make me now sound like a teacher.
You are a teacher. You teach through your music.
Okay. Then you didn't sing.
You will finish with Susanna. You will wind up with Susanna.
It's the same things we said. You know, an astute human being is the one that...
You can abridge them.
Okay. I'll summarize it with this. Some wise guy that I forgot his name once said, happy are the learners, for they shall inherit the world. While the learned will find themselves handsomely equipped for a world that no longer exists. Happy are the learners, for they shall inherit the world. While the learned will find themselves handsomely equipped for a world that no longer exists.
There's a bit of debunking to be done there to understand it.
It means every day we learn. Because sometimes what was true yesterday is not true today. And you have to unlearn that and relearn. So it's a continuous cycle of learning and unlearning. Because there was once you could say you cannot get from Nairobi to Mombasa in less than 1 hour.
Yeah.
Boom. We have planes. You said there at unatuma barua, you send a letter. It gets that person in seconds.
Yeah.
What are you smoking, my friend? They could have taken you to Amento Asylum. You get. Right now, Pap, they used to even... Yeah. So we have to unlearn the old habits, the old skills that are no longer necessary. But still, I'll maintain we still be in touch with our nature. Yeah. So you unlearn and learn, unlearn and learn, and adopt yourself and adopt nature to work for you. Yes.
So you finish for us with an a cappella of Susanna.
I knew you'd not get me off the hook on that. Mware simati, mware mwadeku, mware beautiful na mokiri. Atena manto kanarorido, nankoro ya weja ya mona swiri. Susanna ga kwa nkoro ya kwa irena kieba. Susanna ga kwa kinyankenda ga ntemba gukorerwa. Susanna ga kwa nkoro ya kwa irena kieba. Susanna ga kwa kinyankenda ga ntemba gukore neonto wa oro tukuno nkwigwa nkimerungura no nkwigwa ugeterure no nkwene nkoro ya kwe kaigwa korera. Yep, so that's it. And
That's American for you.
Yep, and just to add on to that, for those that are talented, I'll tell you that talent is not what it is not what makes you successful. Talent just accounts for 10% of your success. Yep.
I have to put in the work.
The work, the persistence, and the patience. Especially the patience. Ama namna gani?
Namna hiyo. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and sir, thank you very much for making the time. We hope to do this again sometime.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lovely times. Because I don't know if it's the weekend. Maybe it's over the weekend over there.
Absolutely, it could be the weekend.
Yeah. It could be 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of the This That podcast by Include 360, recorded live at the Inclusive Africa Conference 2024 in Nairobi. We hope you enjoyed our conversation with one of the remarkable participants. If you found this episode insightful, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And do not forget to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring stories and interviews from the conference. Until next time, keep celebrating inclusivity and innovation across Africa.